Hi, my name's Jake Allen Graham. I'm making a video on something a little different this time. Instead of a review, I'm just going to be talking about I'm going to be talking about my biological mom and explain why I didn't have a good relationship with her. Before she passed away in 2010, when I was 13, is when she passed away of ALS. And I'm going to explain why me and Mom didn't really have a good relationship prior, before when I was living with her. And I'm going to explain why me and Mom didn't have a good relationship, because, before she started to have the ALS symptoms, was the first year was when she started to have ALS symptoms. I noticed when she started having trouble moving was sometime in 2008. When she started having moving problems and going to the bathroom and sleeping downstairs with the sofa that turns into a bed, that's a couch, is where she slept downstairs, while me and her boyfriend and my big brother AJ slept upstairs in our normal bedrooms, and Mom slept downstairs in the family room alone, while we three of us slept upstairs in our normal rooms. And Vinny continued to sleep upstairs where Mom used to sleep, upstairs. But I guess Vinny was too tired I guess it was I don't know why, but I guess Vinny was too weak to carry her upstairs and down the stairs regularly. So I guess, because, or he was lazy. I don't know. And there wasn't really a little vehicle. It was just regular. There wasn't like at least like a vehicle to, like those vehicles that those little gadgets that you sit in and it takes people upstairs. That wasn't ever built. Vinny didn't have anything like that, high tech like that. It was just regular stairs you had to walk up to. So Vinny was the boyfriend that Mom left my biological dad for 7 years. She was with him before she passed away of ALS in 2010. And Vinny was abusive to me as a kid. When I started living with Mom and Vinny together, I was 5 at that point in 2003 when I first started living with them. Throughout the beginning of the 7 years of living with them both, Vinny often would punch me in the face as a kid, in the forehead area. It would often hurt. And when his punches, when I was 5, they were the most painful in 2003. For some reason, to me, from Vinny's, is when he started living with me in 2003 when I was 5. before my 6th birthday came up. I'm sorry, I'm just a little sad because, did I ever mention my Auntie Sue? Her name's Susan Graham, married to Gary Graham, who's my dad's older brother. The oldest older brother of dad's, my dad. Susan Graham was married to Gary Graham, my Uncle Gary. It just doesn't believe that my memories about my trauma are real from my childhood. I remember this, this text message I was shown by my mommy Lydia that was texted. It was ridiculously long, texted by Sue, her questioning if my memories are real and asking that question directly to my mommy Lydia. And that kind of bothered me, that she doesn't believe my memories was Vinny and Mom were real, and that they were. She rather just believe herself what she wants to believe, Susan Graham, because my Auntie Sue, she just doesn't want to listen to me. She never listens to me. And that makes me sad, that she doesn't believe me, my memories are real. The memories that I'm going to tell you, and part of it I have already told you in this video. And there's more I'm going to tell you in the video that I told Sue. I also told my Sue that my mom was abusive to me before 2008, physically. And she was also very loud and insulted me with the F-bomb a lot. And, I didn't always, really, as a kid, when I was a kid, I often blamed myself, thought I was the problem of the house. And I just think that it would have been better off if I wasn't born as a kid. Because my mom would be happier, and she would probably have more friends, like she says she would. And she would probably have a better life like she says she would to me. When you hear that from your mom at 5 years old, that's when you start living with Vinny and Mom under their roof together, after she leaves my biological dad for someone who's abusive to me, and starts being abusive to me in day one, once I start meeting him. And, And I started living with both of them at 5 and 2003, shortly before my 6th birthday comes up at 2003. My 6th birthday then came up in 2003 when I started living with them. My 6th birthday is in 2003 is when I celebrated it, and it came up. But I started living with them in 2003, a little before my 6th birthday came up, when I was 5, when I started living with them both in Medford. I lived in 2 Medford locations with them from 2003 to 2010. With them, me, my brother AJ, and Vinny, and my biological mommy, the 4 of us lived in the same house for 7 years. living in a house, living in a location for 7 years at Medford, 2 different locations, and we moved in 2008 to a different location, and then we stayed in that location 2008 till 2010, since my mom died, and I've been living with my dad and my biological dad since 2010, and I'm a little sad that Susan Graham texted my mommy Lydia saying she doesn't believe my memories are real from the past trauma, from the abuse I had gone through as a kid from my mom and Vinny. She just doesn't believe any of my trauma was real. It's just that of my memories being real. And it's just sad. Because when I was a kid, the reason why this makes me sad, because when I was a kid, there were times when I did tell people about my trauma I was going through, that was being abused, like this principal at Columbus School, that was the head principal. Her name was Miss Berry, her last name, Miss Berry. And neither did Miss Handler, who her last name was, that was also a teacher at Columbus School. And neither did Miss Kiyama, who was also a teacher at Columbus School, believe me, about Vinny and Mom abusing me at home. Both of them, when I was at that age living with them, they're both abusive to me, but they don't want to listen to me. They don't want to listen that my mom just slaps me in the face and Vinny just punches me in the head. Mom just bitch slaps me when I do something stupid or wrong in the face, and Vinny just punches me in the face, in the head, skull, instead of my mom. My mom does the opposite. She just bitch slaps me really hard in the face, and this wasn't the first time. She's done that many times before I was living with her and Vinny. Prior, like, she did that many times when I was living with her and Dad. But this was often when Dad was at work, and Mom was the only adult in the house, and AJ was the other kid in the house. He was my older brother. He's only 2 years older than me, so. And she didn't do as much back then as she did do it versus when she was living with Vinny, with the physical abuse. She slapped me less often then because she got less mad at me often, to the extreme level. When I not really sure what was it I did. I'm sorry. I'm not really sure if I really deserved the slaps to the face as a kid. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I did to piss my mom off. I mean, thinking about. I wish I knew so I could avoid the slaps from my biological mom. Excuse me. And she did other things, like she just neglected playtime with me before she separated from Dad, besides abusing me when Dad was at work days. At work, gone for a few hours at work, and which felt like a long time for me. Because, when Mom is is the only adult in the house, she's She can get slap me if I upset her, do something. I'm not really always sure what I do or what I don't do is that can upset her. I didn't always realize my whole life exactly that my mom was abusive and neglectful mom to me. Like, before I was 12 months, I didn't really realize it until after sometime turning 12 months old. And sometime during the day after I turned 12 months old is when it kind of dawned on me that I may have a terrible, abusive mom. And my mom may not be a nice mom. And I may have right reason to be afraid of her. And so, as a kid, I grew up afraid of my mom when it was just me and mom. Days with mom. Because, I don't know, it's just like, sometimes she would, it's just like that, it's like times like those, like sometimes she would be abusive to me, and sometimes she would neglect playtime with me, and wouldn't play Hungry Hippos game with me. And, that was sometime before I turned 12 months old when she refused to play Hungry Hippos game with me and go to watch one of her programs in her bedroom. The answer was usually Dr. Phil and Judge Judy. Those were her two favorite programs, I guess. That and The Sopranos. Was The Sopranos number 3, I think? Yeah, I think that was number 3. I was born in 1997 on March 25th. And, I kind of, that was good idea to make this video to make myself feel better about how sad I think of my life is, despite it having a YouTube channel. For me, it just feels sad, and makes me kind of feel like a loser sometimes. I mean, I don't think I am. Generally, I may have a YouTube channel. I mean, 43 subscribers, that's for something. But, making this YouTube show and everything, since in the 7 to 8 years been doing this show, I think at this point, it wasn't everything I hoped it to. It wasn't all the answers I needed for myself, because to get myself better, because I felt a little better making this YouTube show in the end, but not better enough. Emotionally and mentally. I think that's the best way I can describe it. Anyway, that's why I'm talking about everything, because, when I actually, every time when I reach out to therapists, and to open up and tell them about my abuse, they don't know, when I was a kid, like the therapist called Dr. DeWolf, I think her name was. She was a kid that at Lighthouse School. I was a kid at this Lighthouse School in 2008 after I transferred from Columbus School to Lighthouse School in 2008. before I finished third grade. The same before I finished third grade from Columbus. Before I enter fourth grade and finished third grade, I transferred from Columbus to Lighthouse. I guess because I started third grade again, or maybe honestly I'm a little confused because I started third grade again when I transferred to Lighthouse. And anyway, this therapist that I went to, that was assigned to me throughout to the school, to me, this therapist, her name was Dr. DeWolf, I believe her name was. I told her I'm abused. I mean, I just told her about the abuse I go through at home with me and mom, and I mean, I just didn't care that much at that point because it's like. I mean, I become so used to it. I told her I told her I'm used to it. I did. I just so I'm and I remember I told her the abuse, and she wanted me to practice on a stall of how Vinny hurts me. And I just practiced if I was Vinny. And I just punched the doll multiple times and strangled the doll with chokeholding it. And while punching the doll multiple times in the head. It was a bear doll that Dr. DeWolf wanted me to practice on to show me how Vinny hurts me and abuses me. That's what she wanted. So I just did that until she told me to stop. I don't know why I did wrong. I just kept on doing it again until she told me until she told me to stop, and she asked me how did I feel. Do I feel better that I did it? How do I feel now that I did that? And I don't feel that much better. I feel the same. Is what I told her. I just told her I feel like a loser and kind of pathetic. And I just feel kind of sad. So Dr. DeWolf was just taking her notes, writing down her papers, and not much came of that until Dr. Wolf got Mr. Orlando, this guy, who also worked at this Lighthouse School as a teacher. And he basically, when I said confirm Vinny's abusive, I just say, yeah, Vinny hit me. But I should have said Vinny, I blame myself because, I kind of blame, I mean, he didn't really believe that Vinny was abusive to me, so he said, Vinny, Mr. Orlando said something like Mr. Orlando said a weird response, Vinny hit you, but he didn't hurt you, so, that kind of made me snap and kind of had a violent lash out at him, and, trying, to murder him. I tried to with my hands. He was a short fella. He was a little shorter than me as a kid in 2008. Mr. Orlando. Kind of on the midget side of a fella. He's not really a normal size, tall dude like me because I'm a little over 6 feet of a guy. That's my right. So, now, so, and, I mean, I kind of had a bit of a violent lash out at Mr. Lando that day when he said that, because, his response kind of just pissed me off, you know? So, I didn't really told my dad about any of the trauma until before 2018, after I left Lighthouse School at the age 20. And, I told my dad all of this, I told my audience by now. And Dad didn't really take it. Dad really felt. Dad seemed to take. I told Dad the stuff I just told you before telling you guys, my audience, the stuff basically, and Dad absorbed it well. I think he was sad. But it's over well, so, anyway, that's why I didn't have a really good relationship with my biological mom. Growing up as a kid, during the 13 years I knew her, before she passed away at 13 years old in 2012. 10 is when she passed away, 2010, when I was 13 years old at the time, before my 14th birthday came up. Wait, Dave? Yeah, I think with 14, yeah. Yeah, so, that's all. I'm not sure if making this video was a good idea or a bad idea for me. If this is going to make me feel better or worse when I upload this. I'm only going to know until I upload it. Not going to know until I upload it, but, you know, normally when I upload videos, like, talking about my, like, videos, like, of any kind, usually when I upload videos, it makes me feel better, but, I don't know, it's just, I haven't talked about my memories in a while in my show, and, so, and, that's all. And, I think that's it, okay? I'm trying to think. Is that all I gotta say? Talk about them. Okay, I hope some people like this video, so I guess hit the thumbs up or if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. And to grow my subscribers, please subscribe to my channel. My name's Jake Allen Graham. This was me talking about my past memories from my childhood I had. I'm a little tired. I'm okay though. Not really sad as I sound. I'm going to stop this video now, okay? I think I've said enough as I need to say. Goodbye.